Hi, my name is LuAnnShikasho with eXp Realty, and I'm here with
Danny Kwan with Cross Country Mortgage and the Banker Group. Today we are in LuAnn's new lovely office. Ta-da!
very blue, very eXp. So we're going to be talking about how much are buyers paying over list price. It's a very interesting topic because we are seeing buyers get beat out with multiple offers. What are you seeing?
I am definitely seeing that. There is really no chance of getting a home, especially in certain price points, without going over asking. But there is a strategy to that. It all starts with how the house is priced in the beginning.
Correct.
We're seeing some homes way over, some homes are like Goldilocks, just right. And are you seeing any homes that are priced under value?
Under value, yes, and those are the ones that are going easily 50% over asking price because the buyers know. They're out there every day comparing and they know. And those are the ones that are getting a lot of looks and a lot of offers. The unique properties in the area will see 10, 12, 15 offers in a weekend.
So there's various strategies for listing a home. Therefore, you need to be really aware and think about and talk about the various strategies to put in your offer.
The market is not the same in every price point, and we are seeing 20% of offers going between $10,000 and $20,000 over the asking price right now. Danny, what happens when somebody offers over asking and then the appraisal comes in lower than what they offered?
That's a great question, LuAnn. We are definitely seeing bigger and bigger discrepancies between appraisals right now. And I'm so excited about this, my glasses are fogging up. What's happening is, here's a list price. You're offering lots of offers up here, and really these offers are looking to the future value of the house. Appraisals are looking at the past value of the house. So that gap is just growing bigger and bigger, and we're seeing appraisals come in that are sometimes not even close to the offer price. So what do?
You tell me.
What's the strategy?
Well, normally we are having to bridge the gap. So you have to depend on the strength of your agent and the negotiating power of that agent to figure out where in the middle is that purchase price actually going to end up. Some of our offers, we are actually putting a cap from the get-go on how much over appraised value my buyers can afford. And that can either help or hinder depending on what the competition looks like. But my buyers often know that we may need to pay $5,000 to $10,000 over appraised value, and in actuality, that appraised value is a picture of the past.
That's right. Unfortunately, it takes about a week, maybe even longer, depending on the area, to get an appraisal back. So during that time, and you're already in contract, so you've got to have a conversation about what your strategy will be should the appraisal come in lower, and depending on how much lower, what you guys are going to do. So again, like LuAnn mentioned, it all varies. It's all situational, but the important thing is you need to be aware of it and you need to have this conversation with your agent beforehand. And that goes true for whether you're selling your house or buying a house. You need to think about this gap.
So there is a lot of hype also, though. We need to be careful of people saying everything's going $50,000 over asking, which is not true. 3.5% of closings last month were in that 50,000 to 100,000 over asking range, 3.5%, so a very tiny percentage. However, 10 to 20,000 over was not so rare. It's actually pretty common. The most common offers accepted were 10 to 20,000 over asking. I do have 2 listings right now that just went 30, 40, $47,000 over the asking price.
Wow. So what are some, like, one or two tips that we can leave everyone with, as far as, let's do one tip for a buyer and one tip for a seller. If you're looking to buy and you're seeing multiple offers in this environment, what's your main biggest tip?
I always have that conversation before we put in the offer on how much are we willing to go, how much cash do we have on hand to cover that appraisal difference, and then potentially offer that in the offer so that the listing agent knows we're really serious and that we're willing to go over appraised value.
Now, what if you're a seller and you know this is a hot market, you're trying to get top dollar, and you got all these offers in? What's your biggest tip there?
It sounds a little cold, but we do look at bank accounts to see what the ability of the buyers happens to be to cover that gap, because there's almost always going to be a gap right now. It doesn't mean there will be, but very often, if there is, can this buyer cover the gap? I've had many bidding wars on the listings that I have, and we often look at that, and we also look at the strength of the agent, because they need to educate their buyers on what the market is doing.
Great tips. Thank you, LuAnn. So we hope everyone's staying safe. I know we're going to be in lockdown again really soon. We're trying to be very careful. We hope you guys are careful, healthy, and we're excited to see you again next week.
And we are an essential service, so we continue working through all of this because people do need to buy and sell. I have a new buyer client that just came today that says they've got to the end of the year to find a home. So we are working very diligently to get people into homes safely and soundly.
I'm Danny Kwan with Cross Country Mortgage in the Banker Group.
And I'm LuAnnShikasho with EXP.
Thank you so much. See you guys next time.